Welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to bring you another Theater 31 review. As you can see, I'm doing it on Parasite. Just managed to win this Oscar-nominated film of the year for 2019 motion picture, whatever you want to call it. This took home the Oscars. Just literally finished it a few seconds ago, and I finally got my chance to watch it. So I picked it up. Spent $20, I think, something like that. But anyways, I'm not here to tell you how much I spent. I'm telling you how I felt about the movie. Just like always, it's going to be a quick non-spoiler and then some spoiler, guys, because I tell you, this one's a doozy. Anyways, let's get it going. Well, anyways, this came out in 2019. It won the Oscar picture. It was directed by, let me see if I can get his name properly, guys. Bong Joon-ho. I hope I pronounce it. Whole bunch of other phenomenal actors. The acting in this was amazing. It starts off slow. The first hour and a little bit, you're going to be like, what's going on here? Then it starts to pick up and you kind of find out. It's basically, without ruining it for you guys in the non-spoiler, it's about a family who's hard on luck living in Korea who stumble across opportunity in life. They come across these rich family, these people, then they kind of see how they can kind of better their lives through slowly infiltrating into that family and doing certain things. And you're like, okay, what are these sneaky little bastards doing here, right? Kind of thing. And then you kind of feel sorry for them, and then you don't near the end. But my God, and as it's going on, and things like always, they start to unravel. It starts off well, then it goes down. Little things pop up. There's like a mystery that, let's just say, that you'll discover and you're like, are you joking? And then it just really goes off the rails. Like, I was thinking there's one particular kind of, when I hear the name Parasite, I'm thinking, okay, there's like an alien invasion. Is there like a parasite, like zombies or some shit? No way in hell. But anyways, something happens and the last 10 minutes are kind of like, not shocking, but you're like, you don't believe it's happening. It's like, are you for real? And yeah, the way it ends, it's crazy, but it's a good ending to it. And you're like, yep, that suits this film very well. I've seen these kind of films before, so it's not like the first time I've come across these well-written and produced films from Korea. It does have, you need to put subtitles, go ahead, because they speak Korean. But that doesn't take you at all out of the picture. It is worth watching. Is it the greatest movie, or does it deserve the Oscar win, in my opinion? No. There's way too many better films that deserved it. Like Jojo Rabbit, I think, should have got it over this. I'm just going to say that. I still got Ford versus Ferrari to watch and a few of the other films to determine my overall who I declare a winner. This I do not. 1917... So this is better than 1917, I can tell you that right now. But anyways, my overall thoughts and final thoughts, watch it for yourselves. Do not miss out on it. You're not going to die if you miss out. It took me this long to watch it, and trust me, if you weren't in a hurry to go watch it, it's no big deal. But what you think it is, it isn't. Let's just say that. All right, put that spoiler on the top of the screen. It's not going to be too long. Let's try and keep this as short as possible, guys. But holy crap, it starts off very slow. So if you guys are into that slow burn kind of movie and then things pick up, it's basically a bunch of a poor Korean family that are hard on luck, that they lived in some sort of basement in worst part of Korea, trying to get by, eating scraps, can get a phone signal, shit like that. So they're hard on their times. And then they see this opportunity. One of this guy, the son's friend, comes and says, listen, you can tutor this girl, and it pays well to kind of help them turn their luck. And of course, they take that opportunity, they run with it, and they, bunch of scammers, let's just say that. There's a little boy who's a little bit autistic, I want to say, that he's in his own little world. So he's like, let me get my sister. She can portray this person who can help this kid out with this painting. So they kind of confront the mother, gets a job. And then, of course, they end up framing one by one the people who work for this rich family, because they want to get everybody to work under the sun, from the mother being the new housekeeper. I'm going to get that in a second. But the father to be a limo driver. So they set up the limo driver and plant some panties in there. So the guy kind of is like, what the hell? So then it kind of slowly suggests family members in until they all take over. And the last one was the housekeeper, which she's allergic to peaches, and they make her like she has some sort of tuberculosis or some shit, and the mother freaks out, and they kind of get rid of her. But we don't know. This lady has a secret because we were wondering why is this lady still there from the previous family that had it, and they're still here, and she stayed on, right? Secret is, guys, there's someone living in the basement, man, but you don't find that till later on. So, anyways, so as they're like, living this lifestyle up, the family decides to go on vacation. So these guys, the guys you can see behind me, the family who scam artists decide, let's throw a party and take over the house for a weekend. And holy shit, when things start to unravel, they unravel. And oh my God, that's when they meet that old lady who presses the buzzer to get let in. And you find out that her husband's been living in the basement for 4 or 5 years. And she's been sneaking in food, and she wanted to go down there. And you see this guy, and this guy is kind of mentally lost it. But oh my God, he was doing like flickering of the lights to communicate with the kid. That's why the kid had like some sort of ghost incidents, and it was seeing this guy years ago that nobody knows. The wife and the thing didn't know about whatever. Only the kid did, but the kid just freaked out. But traumatized, let's just say that, right? He thought he'd seen a ghost. And oh my God, from everybody being involved with everything, you had the best friend's son, starting a relationship with the girl that he's tutoring. You have that freak in the basement. Then they end up getting caught up in a lie because they were all individual, and then they fall down the stairs in the basement, and then they try to blackmail each other. So the two creeps, the housekeeper and her husband, hold them hostage with the little thing to hit the send button to let them know that they've been scamming them. They end up tussling. The old lady gets concussed. They get tied up downstairs. The family goes. They sneak out after a long ass time in the house to save their butts, but there's a flood and all this crap. So they get invited over to a party, which this is where everything goes off the rails, and you're like, okay, because by the title I'm thinking, okay, is there going to be an alien invasion, zombies, what the hell? Nothing like that at all. Title is a little bit misleading, but not. Parasite meaning something that eats from within, and that's what this exactly is, right? So it's like, oh, greed. Let's just say that, right? But oh my God, and then this guy ends up getting out. He ends up hitting the kid in the head. He starts stabbing people outside. He gets killed, a crazy guy downstairs. The father just loses it because there's something about the way he smells. He didn't like how that rich guy kind of went after him. So he ends up stabbing and killing the father, the rich guy who lived in the house with his wife and who hired him, basically. And he's on the run. And you're like, where the hell did this guy go? I kind of figured it out. Like, they had no traces of him. He vanished, and he basically went into the basement, locked himself in there, did a little Morse code to communicate with his kid, and then at the end, which was kind of like fitting in my opinion, that the kid will kind of figure out, hey, who's flickering with the lights? There's new owners are not living there. Who's thing? And he kind of wrote back to his father saying that, hang in there. Eventually, I'm going to get married. I'm going to buy that house, so then you can basically just walk out of the basement and you'll be free. You won't have to hide anymore, right? So you kind of see that happening. And then near the end, it's kind of like him as he was a kid writing the letter to kind of like insinuate that, hey, this is going to happen in the future, right? But it was good. It was well written, well directed. The scenes in this thing, unreal. But like I said, slow burn. It's about 2 hours and 7 minutes long. The last 20 minutes of the film, even if you didn't watch the first portion, you will still understand what the hell goes on. It's subtitled in English, so it's in Korean, but that did not affect my viewing experience whatsoever. It was well done. Like I said, good film. I don't think it was a great film or Oscar worthy to win the Motion Picture of the Year. So far my contender, like I was saying earlier, was Jojo Rabbit. That's who I pick. I still have Ford versus Ferrari to watch, and we'll see where it goes from there. But like I said, great film, not spectacular to knock it at, Oscar worthy in my opinion. So there you go. Those are my official final thoughts on Parasite. You guys let me know in the comment section below. No spoilers, guys, please. Try and keep it whatever so it won't ruin for everybody. Because in the comment section, you can't warn people there's spoilers. People spoil it. I apologize ahead of time. But, come back, give me your thoughts, non-spoiler thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Not disagree with me? Do you think it did deserve the Oscars? Let me know in the comment section. But as for me, yeah, this is not in my number one picture of 2019. There's other films that I like above it. This is kind of like in the middle for me, just above 1917. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other content on the Movie Throne. Check out my other Theater 31 review. And like always, stay off the King's throne. Check this movie out, and I'll see you very soon for another Theater 31 review sometime in the near future. Until then, be good.